What is up, guys? Dashing here, and yes, we are live for the penultimate episode of CMV this season. Octane number 72, my fine feathered friends, and it is a doozy. We've got some great action in store, but yes, our next stop after this is our massive season finale event, the two-day extravaganza Regicide, to close out what has been, no doubt about it, an incredible season, and get ready for a whole new season. We already know that Regicide, from top to bottom, baby, it's a can't-miss event. But I'll tell you what, this matchup right here, in my opinion, is can't miss. What a way to get things started here tonight. Trios action as Blake Virtue, Andrew Briggs, and Cameron Cray, Resurgence, getting ready to take on the Friends of Chris Diamond. And when we think about this season, guys, you think about superstars like Leon Valente brought into CMV under the wing of Chris Diamond. And maybe for a large portion of this season, Valente has flown under the radar for many. But this is a man who is still undefeated. The entirety of this season since he debuted, nobody has been able to touch Leon Valente. And I think that just speaks to the sort of teacher that Chris Diamond is. He saw the raw talent that Leon Valente possesses, brought him into CMV, refined him. And Valente is just an unstoppable machine. I'll tell you what, I think next season is going to be a real breakout year for this guy, Leon Valente. And pivotal was he in Ben Stacy defeating Blake Virtue last week here on Octane. On the orders of Chris Diamond, in the corner of Ben Stacy, interfering in the matchup multiple times. And even Ben Stacy afterwards said himself, hey, I guess it does pay to be a friend of Chris Diamond. So it almost seems like Ben Stacy, I mean, judging by the fact that he's in this matchup, maybe taking Chris Diamond up on his offer to join the ranks of Aurelius. Ben Stacy, who, much like Leon Valente we were just talking about, for a great many, maybe not giving Ben Stacy the attention that he deserves, but this young kid breaking away from Jay Young, and over the past 4 or 5 months, or really since Ascendance 11, has come into his own here on Octane. And now he is set to be a part of that ladder match at Regicide to crown a new Rite of Passage champion. And much like I just said with Valente, I think next season it's going to be Ben Stacy's chance to really truly shine. I see championship gold in the future of this young Ben Stacy. And well, I'll tell you what, even more so if he decides to truly join up with Chris Diamond. That's a smart career move. And last but most certainly not least, my friends, he is back for the first time in nearly a year. Andre Rogers back in action. The former Intercontinental Champion, who this season we've only ever seen at the side of Chris Diamond, harboring an injury, unable to compete the entirety of this season, but at long last, cleared to return to action. The former Intercontinental Champion, the right-hand man of the British Baller. It is a Trios Tornado Tag Team matchup to kick things off here, my friends. Referee gonna ring that bell, and let's get it on. And you can be sure that Chris Diamond, backstage in his locker room, watching this matchup closely. Regicide just around the corner. Again, next weekend, day 1 and day 2. An event that you cannot miss. We are going out with a bang, my friends. But tonight, a show that you cannot miss. What a main event. As Morgan will once again meet Peligro one-on-one, guys, in a Falls Count Anywhere match. And the question is, will Morgan be able to make it to Regicide to challenge the Earl for his global championship in one piece? You know, Morgan said himself earlier tonight, he's keen to what Pat LaFave was trying to do. He's wise that Pat LaFave trying to wear him down so that the Earl has an advantage in that championship match. But Morgan says it ain't going to happen. He's going to put Peligro down here tonight. He's going to go to Regicide, and he is going to become a 2-time global champion. We'll find out whether or not that's true. Here comes Andre Rogers running all the way around the ring, trying to target Blake Virtue with a big old boot right between the eyes. I'll tell you what, I'd love to see a singles match between Cameron Cray and Leon Valente, two of perhaps the most technically profound competitors we have here in CMV. You know, I think about that ultimate submission match we got coming up at Regicide, as Anthony Martin will challenge Brandon Ace for the Intercontinental Championship. All 6 competitors here at ringside, and Leon Valente with a power bomb onto the barricade. There are no countouts, guys, in this Tornado Tag Team matchup. And now look at this. Cameron Cray gonna huck Ben Stacy ribs first right into that LED post. And that's not good for Ben Stacy going into that ladder match, guys. Should he suffer a cracked rib or even a bruised rib, it's going to make it only harder to climb that ladder. And Blake Virtue, of course, fuming. It should be he in that ladder match, but thanks to Chris Diamond's meddling, thanks to Leon Valente interfering, Ben Stacy with that big upset win last week here on Octane. All around the ring. This is a war zone right now. One of those patented, devastating knees from the best bout machine, Blake Virtue. Blake Virtue, you know, he's gone on record a few times this season to give credit to Ben Stacy. At a time, Blake Virtue wanted to recruit Ben Stacy to Resurgence, but well, obviously Chris Diamond, he got there first. Stacy just got busted open. But Ben Stacy hasn't said whether or not he is fully accepting Diamond's offer just yet. Will he join Aurelius heading into the new season? Or is he happy to just use Chris Diamond and his pals for now? Look, if I could give some advice to Ben Stacy, I'd say make the smart move. Join up with Chris Diamond, man. What an offer. If Chris Diamond sees something in you, if he sees that potential, you don't want to let that go to waste. Andrew breaks out with a toss. Ben Stacy into the corner, catches him with that patented Shining Wizard. Shoots the half, hooks the leg. Nobody to help Ben Stacy here. 1, 2, but a kick out. In comes Andre Rogers, who certainly has seemed to bulk up, guys. He is much thicker than the last time we saw him in action in a CMV ring. Again, it's been nearly a year. Look at that back. I mean, I don't know if I've seen him more toned back. Pin attempt here by Ben Stacy. And now a pin attempt by Andre Rogers. He could have this one. Uno, dos. No tres, no. As Virtue also now bleeding. You can see, guys, Cameron Cray and Leon Valente just all the while beating the piss out of each other here on the ramp. In the ring, Blake Virtue in control as we see Leon Valente getting the better of Cameron Cray, which is not something you're going to see all that often. The submission expert being outmaneuvered. Oh, God! A snapmare driver onto the concrete floor. How is Cray back up already? That just speaks to the toughness of the former undisputed world heavyweight champion. We've got some more great action to look forward to here this evening, guys. Now, originally we were supposed to see Violet Evans, Beatrice Lotus one-on-one here tonight. And a very much highly anticipated matchup, but unfortunately, we're not going to be seeing it here tonight, but we will be getting an exclusive look at it next week. So don't fret, that matchup's still happening. Oh, pinfall attempt here, but at the same time, Leo Valente has a cross armbar on Andrew Briggs. That gets broken up. Blake Virtue, though, man, that was well over a 3 count, but luckily for Andre Rogers, he can save that. Oh no, time for Leon Valente to go to hell. That's gotta feel good for Blake Virtue. Briggs gonna steal the pin though. Oh my god, a go to hell for Ben Stacy too. He's just handing him out, man. Andrew Briggs not trying to steal the pin that time. Now he is. I guess he just wanted that little extra oomph. 1, 2, 3, and that does it, guys. Resurgence scoring the win here at the top of Octane episode 72. There's that teamwork of Resurgence, man. Blake Virtue hitting go to hell and then playing defense, allowing Andrew Briggs to score the pinfall. Chris Diamond can't be happy seeing this result. But once again, Resurgence standing tall. Blake Virtue perhaps giving Ben Stacy something to think about here tonight. That's when he wakes up, at least. Coming up next, my friends, tag team action in the women's division. As we know, at Regicide, next weekend, every single championship in CMV will be on the line, with the exception of the Rising Star Championship, as that is going to be defended here tonight. But every other championship in CMV set to be on the line, and the Women's Tag Team Championship, no exception. The Queens of the Ring will be defending the gold at Regicide against who? Well, we might find out right here, right now, if Chloe Marks and Celestina Marquez can pull out what would no doubt be an upset win. And I'll tell you this much, these two who were thrown together as a part of the wild card special edition of Octane a few weeks ago have turned out to be quite an incredible tandem. There is no denying that. I guess that's what you get when you throw two legends together, two former world champions. But Chloe Marks, guys, who has been this past week testing out the waters in tag team competition. We know on Shockwave, actually, Riley Van Wilson and Chloe Marks picked up a tag team win against the Uncut Gems. Can Chloe Marks follow up here and maybe punch her ticket to Regicide? I like this team here, this team of Chloe Marks and Celestina Marquez. Two hard-hitting ladies who I think can certainly give our tag team champions a run for their money if they're not careful. Celestina Marquez, guys, who came into this season as a complete unknown, and in her very first matchup defeated Amber Reed to capture the Women's Hardcore Championship. The Muscle Mommy. But I'd say much like Chloe Marks over the last few months, Celestina Marquez has been struggling to find her footing in the women's division. Struggling to pick up those pivotal victories. That might change right here tonight, though. So here we go, non-title matchup, guys. But again, a victory for Chloe Marks and Celestina Marquez here might just get them that championship opportunity at Regicide, because as of now, there's no team at the front of the line to challenge the Queens of the Ring for the Women's Tag Team Championship. Chloe Marks going for a big old clothesline. Nice duck by Quinn Bell. Hook to the jaw and an unpretty her, if you will. Down to the outside goes Chloe Marks as Quinn Bell turns her attention to the Muscle Mommy there on the apron. Chloe Marks contemplating her life for a moment before waking up. Kick to the midsection. Well, coming up next, guys, as I mentioned a few minutes ago, the Rising Star Championship going to be on the line as Alexia Diamond will challenge Isabella Almas. The Rising Star Championship, the only title that won't be defended at Regicide, as it is defended here tonight. Also coming up a little bit later on, guys, Janet Tor is in the building, and she will be in action, as it has been confirmed at Regicide. We will finally, hopefully anyway, get the one-on-one matchup between Amber Reed and the cleaner Janet Tor. And guys, it is an unsanctioned match at the request of Janet Tor and agreed upon by Amber Reed. The botchplex unable to get the job done there, but Celestina Marquez not out of the woods just yet. The fans loving what they're seeing right now. Kick to the midsection. Oh, maybe trying for another botchplex, but Marquez able to counter, and we've seen this many times by the former women's hardcore champion. Sweeping her off her feet. 1, 2, but a kick out. Not looking all too happy about that as Marquez, but it's Quinn Bell we're talking about, former Vixens champion. The tag made to Chloe Marks, the prodigy. You know, a lot of people, myself included, thought this would be the season for Chloe Marks. I thought she would become women's world champion, but, you know, despite having some great appearances, some amazing matchups throughout the season, she, you know, failed to win those big matches when the lights were on brightest, when, you know, opportunities were on the line. She just couldn't get the job done. But she's not looking to fail here tonight. Tag to Ashley Rain, who is instantly caught by Marquez with the backslide driver into the pin. 1, 2, but a kick out. Not going to be so easy to put down the queen. Come on now. Unfortunately for Ashley Rain, she's got another one. Backslide driver numero dos. Uno, dos. Trace, are you kidding me? No way! What an upset win! Well, the champion's already back to their feet. Wait a second, guys. Look who's coming out here. Gianna and Hakiko, who have had their eyes on the Women's Tag Team Championship for a couple of weeks now. But, well, guys, with that win for Chloe Marks and Celestina Marquez, I'd say they've got to be at the front of the line for that shot at Regicide, but Gianna and Hakiko seem to be sticking their hand in the pot too. What does this mean for Regicide? What match are we going to be seeing? You know what? I'm phenomenal, J-Ron. How could I not be when we're here live for Octane episode 72? A great show it's been so far and only going to get better. As coming up next, the Rising Star Championship is going to be on the line. And this fight that was started by Tailcoat Val and her arsenal last month when Isabella Almas so viciously assaulted Ruby Raquel, put her on the shelf, forced her to be stripped of the Women's World Championship. Sapphire Stevenson and Alexia Diamond were not about to let that pass by without taking some revenge. And that's exactly what they did a couple of weeks ago when they attacked the scheduled opponents. The two women who were supposed to face Miasma and Isabella almost took their place in that matchup, and then the Uncut Gems actually won. But retaliation it was by Tailcoat Val last night on Shockwave when those two puppets, one of them we knew, Scarzemus, the other was a mystery. I'm now being told, though, the name of that mystery woman, that massive, downright terrifying woman who alongside Scarzemus attacked the Uncut Gems, her name is Sleepy Joe, one of the newer puppets in the arsenal of Tailcoat Val. But when we saw them attack the Uncut Gems before their tag team matchup against Chloe Marks and Raleigh Van Wilson, which, you know, despite a fight put up by the Uncut Gems, they didn't have enough left in the tank and got picked apart by the Prodigy and the Polish Warrior. And now it comes down to this, the Women's Rising Star Championship on the line, as Isabella Almas, in a sense, took the Women's World Championship from Ruby Raquel. Alexia Diamond looking to take the Rising Star Championship from Isabella Almas here tonight. And the reason that Sapphire Stevenson, guys, is not in the corner of Alexia Diamond is because she's set for action later on tonight, one-on-one with Scarzemus. So Alexia Diamond is on her own here, challenging for the Rising Star Championship. And as you can see, Isabella Almas certainly didn't come out here alone. You know, we're used to seeing Amar Ray Rivers in her corner, but instead it's Miasma here tonight. You know, we talked about it last night on Shockwave. Tailcoat Val, for some reason, deciding to make all these moves at the end of the season. You can never get in the head of Tailcoat Val. You can never truly know what she's thinking, what she's planning, but, you know, she's been setting her sights on Leon Gata in recent weeks. We know that she and Isabella Almas brutally attacked Ellie Quinn a couple weeks ago. Ellie Quinn has vowed to get revenge. And of course, this battle against the Uncut Gems. Another chapter added here tonight with the Rising Star Championship up for grabs, guys. This would be the very first championship for Alexia Diamond here in CMV. And that's pretty surprising considering how long Alexia Diamond has been around here in CMV. A couple of years at this point. Sends Almas out onto the apron. Ooh, that was a forearm right to the throat. And again, as the Rising Star Championship is up for grabs here, guys, it's the only championship that will not be defended at Regicide next weekend. Ooh, Alexia Diamond with half of a tarantula, followed up by a big old boot to the side of the head. And now to the top rope, Alexia Diamond, when she's allowed to get going, she is all but impossible to stop, as Isabella Almas is learning firsthand here. Also still to come here tonight, my friends. Up next, Janet Tor is in action ahead of her unsanctioned match with Amber Reed at Regicide. We've also got that mixed tag team matchup I'm very much looking forward to. It's going to be Max Cutter of Hellfire and Ashley Riot taking on B-Man and Amelia Jones of Amity. Not to mention our main event, it's Falls Count Anywhere, as Morgan and Peligro face off once again. And the question is, will Morgan make it to Regicide in one piece? Pat LaFave certainly hopes not. Trying to give Earl the best chance of leading Regicide and walking into next season still the CMV Global Champion. But, well, we'll just have to wait and see what happens in our main event. Snap vertical suplex there by Alexia Diamond. Almost, of course, captured the Rising Star Championship from Beatrice Lotus back in Validation. Drop down, leapfrog. Oh, just runs right through her. Rolls her up, but not looking for a quick win. The power of Isabella almost can creep up on you. Diamond, though, right back into the fight. She ain't backing down here. And again, later on, we will see Sapphire Stevenson of the Uncut Gems, one-on-one with Scarzevis. As it just, I know I've said it before, but I'll say it again. It just seems like Tailcoat Val, her arsenal just never runs short, man. Constantly introducing new players. Just when you think she's got nothing left to surprise you with. Oh, vintage almost here, guys. The stretch and drop to possibly retain the Rising Star Championship, but almost isn't finished. Wants to put the cherry on top. The standing 450 into the pin. 1, 2, but a kick out. Alexia Diamond not about to be taken out that easily, but almost keeping the pressure on and focusing on those ribs. Oh no, to the top rope she goes. Isabella almost stalking Alexia Diamond. Beautiful lucha tings there, that arm drag. Stomps her face, tries for another stomp. Goes for a big right hook. Did not connect, makes up for it with this Irish whip here now. Alexia Diamond seems to be a bit out of it, guys. Gets almost in the corner. Does she have enough wherewithal, though, to get back into this matchup? I don't know. I think she's taking too many heavy hits here at the hands of Isabella Almas. Maybe I'm wrong. Trying to mount a comeback here. Whoa, man. High risk does not pay off there for Alexia Diamond. And pardon my French, ain't shit. Going for that ankle. Didn't see the enziguri coming. And of course, Almas, who has the champion's advantage. This match ends by countout or disqualification. Alexia Diamond cannot leave as Rising Star Champion. She must pin or submit Almas in the ring. Almas, who has been on a whole nother level, guys, ever since being properly motivated by Tailcoat Val last month. Tailcoat Val, of course, threatening the love of Isabella's life, Amare Rivers. Tailcoat Val telling Isabella, get your shit together, start getting the job done, or else. And well, that's what led to Isabella Almas attacking Ruby Rattel, putting her on the shelf, costing her the Women's World Championship, and then taking the Rising Star Championship from Beatrice Lotus. Right hook sends Almas down onto the floor. Back into the ring she goes. As Miasma just continues to watch from ringside. How do you focus with someone as animalistic as Miasma lurking at ringside? I know I certainly wouldn't be able to. Oh, Almas getting dropped on her head. It goes to the corner. Oh, man, just as I was talking about Miasma watching, she gets involved. And I think Alexia Diamond was just about to set up that punt kick of hers, too. Oh, Alexia rolling right out in front of Miasma. Actually, kind of messed things up there for Isabella Almas. It looks like the Rising Star Champion's A-okay, though. Despite that less than soft landing. Knife edge chop. Continuing to try and focus on that left arm. We know Alexia Diamond utilizes that octopus stretch to finish off her opponents. Back into the ring goes Diamond. Count of 5 here. And look at Diamond showing no fear, showing no signs of quitting anytime soon. Get to the midsection. Alexia Diamond in. Oh, wait, what? Hammerlock. I didn't know what she was going for there. Responds, does the champion, yeeting Alexia Diamond overhead like it ain't no thing. And Miasma right now just trying to keep her distance. At the count of 6, back into the ring we go. Rising Star Championship is on the line. Alexia Diamond hooks the jaw. Russian leg sweep sets her up for the octopus stretch. Locked in, nice and tight, and nowhere near the ropes here, guys. Almost is going to have to escape on her own. And she does. Got the damage done to that arm. As you can see, she's trying to shake it up. Wow, what a forearm. That can put you out cold in an instant, no doubt about it. Alexia trying to get to her feet. She's not only fighting for herself, not only fighting for the Rising Star Championship, guys, fighting on behalf of Ruby Rattel, trying to get payback for her fallen friend. Forearm smashed by Diamond. Float over DDT. But Miasma again causing the distraction from ringside. And Isabella Almas more than happy to capitalize. Elbow to the jaw. Again! The Russian leg sweep! Into the stretch! The stretch is locked in! Can she do it? Can she do it? We're gonna have the new champion! We're gonna have the new champion here tonight! Alexia Diamond stretching with all her might, with everything she has left, but somehow almost escapes again. Forearm once more into the pin. The ref is distracted with Miasma though. Ref, turn around. 1, 2. Damn, that distraction might have cost Almas right there. But Alexia once more caught with the patented stretch and drop. And I think that's going to be it right there, guys. Oh, come on, Isabella. You don't have to do this. You've got the match won. The standing 450 for the exclamation point. 1, 2, 3. Isabella Almas is still the Rising Star Champion. Not to take anything away from the talent of Isabella Almas, but Miasma certainly a factor in this result. The numbers game coming into play. And Alexia Diamond, man, props to her. She gave it all she had, but against the Arsenal, man, it simply was not enough. The action continues here on Octane, episode of 72, lads and gents, as the cleaner is in the building. And obviously, far from in a good mood. but I'm sure it at least brought something resembling a smile to her face to learn that at Regicide, she will finally get her hands on Amber Reed in an unsanctioned match. But there's one thing I'm grateful for, to not be the general manager of Octane any longer. It's not having to deal with Amber Reed and Janitor, who have not been able to keep their hands off of each other for the past month. Of course, we were supposed to see them go one-on-one at a validation, but Janitor had other plans in mind. Ended up chasing Amber Reed all throughout the arena into the parking lot, powerbombing Amber Reed onto the hood of her own car. But guys, when it comes to an unsanctioned match, anything goes. There is no stopping the matchup, no matter if it goes out into the crowd, out into the streets. It don't matter. The only way the match ends is by pin or by submission. We will have a definitive winner at Regicide. And here tonight, the Clitter just trying to perhaps vent some frustration and pick up that always important momentum. One-on-one with Astrid Stern, who after such a meteoric rise at the start of this season, capturing the Women's Hardcore Championship, and then of course redesigning it, donning the Rising Star Championship, held it for over 7 months, but after losing it back in Attack in Australia, Astrid Stern, guys, has really been struggling to find her footing here in CMV, and well, she's actually coming off of a loss to Amber Reed a couple of weeks ago. She's hopeful to try and turn things around here. Might be her last opportunity to do so before this season comes to an end. And still to come here tonight, my friends, we've got that mixed tag team matchup as Max Cutter of Hellfire and Ashley Riot will take on Amity's B-Man and Amelia Jones. We're also going to see Anarchy champion Josh Wolf and Mr. Green team up to take on the tandem of Knights and Solace. Not to mention that blockbuster main event, Morgan Peligro one-on-one. It's going to be a Falls Count Anywhere match. That is one you cannot afford to miss, but here we go. Right now it is Janitor and Astrid Stern one-on-one, and Stern comes out showcasing a bit of aggression that we're maybe not so used to seeing from her. She knows what a win against someone the caliber of Janitor might do for her. Janitor, of course, former Women's World Champion, former Women's Hardcore Champion, the first ever Women's Tag Team Champion here in CMV, alongside Amber Reed, of course. And the only woman to ever hold all 3 of those titles at once. Janitor just so powerful, not allowing Astrid Stern to even approach her, but able to break through the defenses to hit that DDT. Looks to clean her in the eyes, goes for a kick to the midsection, caught though. Look, there is no doubt about it that at Regicide, we are going to see Amber Reed and Janitor beat the ever-living hell out of each other. I feel like I want to say it's the matchup I'm most looking forward to, but man, looking at that card, I just don't know. So many matchups I can't wait to see. We are well and truly going out with a bang next week at Regicide. Massive 2-day event live from the Great White North, baby. Which Amber Reed, that means she'll have the home court advantage. Might that play mind games with Janitor? Hopefully she won't allow it to. Now Amber Reed's going to be walking out into that arena with the fans on her side. Of course, just got to find a way to drown him out and focus on the task at hand. That task being breaking Amber Reed in half. Picks the leg, Janitor, who began her career here in CMV as a janitor during the Ferocity days, but as she watched from the back Some of the greatest female competitors of all time go into that ring and kill it week after week. Janet Tor was inspired, trained to become a competitor, and now look where she is, a bona fide future Hall of Famer. Astrid Stern, beautiful cross body. Stern looks to be lining up her shot here. Or maybe not. Thought she might try to take to the air. Probably a better idea that she didn't. Oh, well, there you go. And there you go. Should have listened to me, Stern. Janet Tor. Oh, that chop block. That will rip your knee to shreds. Could easily be over right here. 1, 2, a kick out. You can tell that left knee now hurting something fierce. Drill claw. Stern got to be seeing stars right about now. But Tor's not done with her. Stalking her. Knee to the face. Discus clothesline. It is all Janet Tor right now, but Stern, if there's one thing we've learned about her this season, it's that heart that she possesses. She is never truly 100% out of a fight. Double axe handle, and again, backs in the corner to Tor. Shoulder thrust catches her. Whoa! Full steam ahead, back elbow. Tor on spaghetti legs. There's the stunner! Holy shit! 1, 2! What a kick out! Astrid Stern can't believe it, but believe it she must. This match ain't over. Janet Tor certainly hurting though. As Stern tosses her into the corner, might be looking for that barrage of clotheslines. Tor wants none of it. Big old head kick throws her down onto the canvas. And now dragging her over to the ropes. We've seen this from Tor. That rope assisted backbreaker, shattering the spine of Stern. 1, 2, a kick out. And now it's Tor looking around with her jaw dropped. Oh no, vintage. Sweeping her up. And that will do it. 1, 2, Trace Janet Tor. Wait a second, guys. Amber Reed coming out onto the stage, and Tor says we don't have to wait for Regicide. Let's get it on right now. But Amber Reed, guys, she's not out here to fight, it looks like. She's just out here to let Janet Tor know exactly what's coming her way at Regicide. There's no more attacks from behind, no more brawls backstage. This will be settled at Regicide in an unsanctioned match. We will have a definitive winner. Mixed tag team action coming up next here on Octane episode 72, my friends. As Max Cutter, who is somehow in a more foul mood than usual after his ploy to once again put Toyota Camry on the shelf last week, was foiled by the rest of Amity. If you missed it, following his victory over Toyota Camry, Max Cutter pulled out a steel chair and wrapped it around the neck of Toyota Camry, guys, was getting ready to break that neck before the rest of Amity rushed in to drive Max Cutter away. But Cutter saying earlier this week that they only prolong the inevitable, as he plans to end this season not only ending the career of Toyota Camry, but finally capturing the Octane Tag Team Championship, and he will have his chance, guys, as it has been confirmed. Hellfire will challenge Amity for the Octane Tag Team Championship in a 2 out of 3 falls Extreme Rules match. That means anything goes. No countouts, no disqualifications, no stopping the match until we have a winner, until we have one team standing tall with the Octane Tag Team titles in hand. Now, Max Cutter here tonight, guys, not going to be standing side by side with David Pope, but instead Ashley Riot, his tag team partner for the evening. And if I were Max Cutter, I would not be happy about this. Look, maybe the Ashley Riot of old would gel pretty well, I think, with Max Cutter and Hellfire overall. But this new depression princess we've seen the last few weeks, not so much. The only thing Ashley Riot cares about lately is her coffee. After losing the Women's Tag Team Championship, it just seems like Ashley Riot has given up. I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean that she's any less of a threat. We saw her defeat Kitty Quinn Bell a couple of weeks ago. But Max Cutter and Ashley Riot at least have one thing in common, and that's that they do not like Amity. Ashley Riot, no fan of Amelia Jones, that's for sure. And here he comes, B-Man, flying to the ring without his Octane Tag Team Championship. We know Amity, they're a family, they share. Someone else must be holding on to the championship here tonight. Toyota Camry's got both of them nice and safe backstage. And I would wager a guess that it's going to be B-Man and Toyota Camry representing Amity in that championship match, because we know JT Moss and Tracy James, they're set to be a part of the Rite of Passage Championship ladder match. And you want to talk about a mean streak, guys, look no further than Amelia Jones. You know, she said it herself, you mess with my friends, you mess with me. And Max Cutter certainly learned that the hard way at Validation, when after the Octane Tag Team Championship match, Amelia Jones hit him where the sun don't shine, went below the belt. And even the rest of Amity had to calm Amelia Jones down earlier tonight. She got a little bit too fired up. But more than happy she is here to lend a helping hand to B-Man and try to gain that always important momentum for Amity heading into Regicide. So here we go, of course, a classic tag team matchup. The men fight the men, the women fight the women. As Max Cutter and B-Man gonna get things started against each other. And again, at Regicide, it will be Hellfire challenging Amity in a 2 out of 3 falls Extreme Rules match with the Octane Tag Team Gold on the line. And Hellfire believed they would be Octane Tag Team Champions right now twice over, if not for Amity and them meddling, and they're right. Remember, Hellfire were supposed to challenge the Prestige last month, but were ambushed from behind by Amity. And then, of course, Amity worming their way into the championship match at Validation made it a triple threat. And that's where we saw Amity capture the gold. Headbutt into the suplex. Nicely done by the Well, B-Man with an unorthodox way of getting back to his feet there into a, well, I can't call it a Spanish fly, a Spanish B. Grabbing him by the back of the head. Looks like he's going to try to drag him into the corner. Max Cutter says no thank you. Still to come here tonight, my friends. Nice block there of the forearm smash. We will see Josh Wolf, our Anarchy champion, teaming up with Mr. Green in what should be an interesting tandem. Tagged Ashley Riot as they will take on Knights and Solace. We know come Regicide, Knights, the winner of the Anarchy Championship tournament, will challenge Josh Wolf for the Anarchy Championship, whereas Mr. Green and Solace will finally meet one-on-one inside of a steel cage to make sure there's no outside interference by the rest of first class. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide for Mr. Green as the tag gets made here to Max Cutter. Of course, the big question here tonight is, will Morgan be able to make it to Regicide in one piece to challenge the Earl for the Global Championship, as he's going to have to meet Peligro in our main event. Falls count anywhere. Pat LaFave obviously doing all he can to give the Earl an advantage in that championship match, making sure Morgan does not walk into Regicide at 100%. But as Morgan said earlier tonight, nothing will stop him from leaving Regicide as global champion once again. Oh my God! Max, I don't know if I've ever seen anything that brutal looking before. Max Cutter just coming up with new ways of torturing his opponents that are before unseen. And now a DDT to B-Man. Perhaps what Ashley Riot needs, guys, is the start of a new season to snap out of this depression she's been in as of late. Look, I understand, hey, when you're a competitor, when you're fighting week after week, and those losses start to mount up, you start to wonder, why am I even trying? Why am I even here? Ashley Riot has reached that point. Hopefully, though, something will be able to snap her out of the funk. Maybe a big win here will do it. As in comes the Depression Princess. Amelia Jones going for a knee of her own, neither connecting. Oh, but a backstabber. Into the pin. 1, 2, but a kick out by Amelia Jones. Who, of course, herself used to teaming up with Precious Pratt, former women's tag team champions. Big clothesline, knocking Jones down to the outside. Riot gonna join her, but Amelia just throws her right back into the ring. Amelia trying to rally these fans, but in doing so, takes her eyes off the prize and pays dearly for it. Tag to Max Cutter. So that means in comes B-Man, and Cutter instantly greeting him with the Cutter into the Dragon Sleeper. The Bee Sleeper? The Beekeeper? Trying to choke him out. Gets out of it, though. Does one half of the Octane Tag Team Champions. The Spanish Bee. Max Cutter looking for refuge at ringside. Whoa! Max catching B-Man with a triangle choke. Looks like he was about ready to rip B-Man's arm off. Now from the top. Oh, there's the coup de grace. We've seen that from Max Cutter before. But instead of going for the pig and a tag in Ashley Riot. Nice block by Amelia Jones. Follows up with a kick to the midsection. Trying to go to the corner, but Riot stops her. Back and forth here between these two. Crawl from the first time they faced off. It's Ashley Riot and Zara Reed that took the women's tag team titles from the Amelia and Pride Attack a couple of months ago. Amelia Jones knee to the face. And not stopping there. Pulls her right in to the pump handle driver. 1, 2, but a kick out. Barely surviving there. And Amelia Jones staying on the attack with Crunchy. And Crunchy most certainly. Ashley Riot, though, fighting back. Whatever she might have left here. Keeping it simple with a gourd buster. Nothing too flashy, nothing too fancy. But wisely makes the tag to Max Cutter. Who goes for the cutter? Counters known as B-Man, saving his own skin there. Do bees have skin? I think that's exoskeletons, right? Saving his own exoskeleton. Now at ringside, B-Man. Thinking about everything Max Cutter has done the last couple months to his friends. Trying to end the career of Toyota Camry. Putting JT Moss on the shelf. And that fuels the fire. Rapid kicks by B-Man. Shot to the gut there. Throws him off to the side. We're at a count of 6 right now. B-Man going to get back into the ring. He ain't going to risk it. And makes the tag to Amelia Jones. Amelia so quick. Catching Ashley Riot. Pump handle driver again. 1, 2. Another kick out. From the Depression Princess. Obviously, Amelia Jones thought it was over there. Now she's getting a bit overzealous with those punches. Starting to heat up. Which is not good news for Ashley Riot. She wants to get the hell out of here right now. I'd wager. Oh, a nice snap power slam. And that's exactly what she's looking to do. Tag made to Max Cutter. B-Man waiting for it, and the stinger! Striking deep, but broken up at the count of 1 by Ashley Riot. At least she cares enough to make the save, but might not mean anything. Again! B-Man strikes with the stinger. 1, 2, but this time at 2, Ashley Riot breaks it up. Oh, B-Man does not have a third. Oh, but the stinger splash! Cutter able to get out of the way. Headlock driver. Makes that tag to Ashley Riot. Tries for a cutter of her own. Riot able to sidestep it. Now she gets tossed into the corner. Ooh, right into the referee. Accidental contact there. Oh, wait a minute. Amelia Jones with a barrage of closed fists to the chest. Over and over. Woo! That chest getting lit up on the 4th of July. Some punch to the face by the 3-time women's tag team champion. Extends the arm for a knee drop to the bicep. And Ashley Riot is someone you can truly never count out, even in her current state. Again, see her win against Quinn Bell a couple of weeks ago. Amelia Jones dragged into the corner, but able to escape with some elbows to the midsection. Off the ropes. Drop kick. I didn't think she would connect with that, but indeed she did. In the full mount. Goddamn, Amelia Jones popping off here in this mixed tag team matchup. Now the tag to B-Man. Goes right for a forearm smash. Max Cutter says, get that shit out of here. Into the Dragon Sleeper. The neck of B-Man being Trey back and trying to rip his head clean off here. In big trouble. Amelia Jones stopped from making the save. And that's a victory for Max Cutter and Ashley Riot here tonight. B-Man had no choice with the tap, man. I'll tell you what, Max Cutter, I think he was keen on ripping B-Man's head off there. No joke about it. Momentum for Hellfire. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Max Cutter and Ashley Riot getting a little friendly here. Is this what Riot needs to get out of this depression she's been in, man? She's starting to put together some wins. Maybe I should start trying to not care anymore. It seems to be working out for her. Tertiary main event time, my friends, here on Octane, episode 72, the final episode of Octane this season. And Scarzemus making her debut, at least on this side of CMV. Longtime viewers might remember her from a stint that she had on Ferocity a few years ago. She's actually been with Tailcoat Val for quite a while. Now, that woman behind her, we had never seen before until earlier this week on Shockwave, when alongside Scarzemus, the two of them attacked the Uncut Gems before their tag team matchup, and Tailcoat Val calling in reinforcements. And we saw earlier tonight, guys, the numbers game get the better of Alexia Diamond as she challenged Isabella Almas for the Rising Star Championship, with the same befall Sapphire Stevenson here in this one. And again, the name of that massive woman at ringside, we've learned, is Sleepy Joe. Maybe one of the biggest women I've seen in my entire life. Reminds me of Rose Beauchamp. I do not envy any woman who might have to get into the ring with her. But again, the Uncut Gems, guys, they are fighting on behalf of their fallen ally, Ruby Raquel, targeted by Tailcoat Val, eliminated by Isabella Almas last month, costing the Women's World Championship. But as we've seen this past week, Tailcoat Val, I know we touched on, just seems to have an endless arsenal. The Uncut Gems are sorely outnumbered. I mean, it's 2 to what? 100? 1,000? But you don't see Sapphire Stevenson backing down. Scarzemus, Sapphire Stevenson one-on-one here in our tertiary main event, and both women come out swinging, neither able to land their punch though. Stevenson, who I talked about last night on Shockwave, man, I have been very impressed with her ever since she debuted a couple of months ago. We've only seen her actually in action a handful of times, but you see right there that standing shooting star press. Athletically gifted, doesn't begin to cover it. Scarzemus pulled back her first matchup here in CMV, and well over 3 years at least. Dragon Sleeper, Dragon Screw, I should say. I'm still thinking about that Dragon Sleeper Max Cutter tapped out B-Man with in that last match. There's this. I don't even know what to call her, man. I'm trying to think of an appropriate nickname for Sleepy Joe. And she is downright terrifying. I want to know where Tailcoat Val finds these women. Or better yet, I don't want to know, actually. Nice bulldog by Scarzemus. Punch the back of the head. Oh, spinning soul kick. Shining Wizard. That's a knee to the jaw, and out cold is Sapphire Stevenson, but that's not good enough, it would appear, for Scarzemus, who now goes to the top rope. Fixing the fly. Oh, nice corkscrew senton. Well, I don't know how nice it was, but most certainly effective. And now look at Scarzemus. Over the top with style. Putting a little bit of stank on it. It is all Scarzemus right now, guys. And Sapphire Stevenson without anyone to back her up. Alexia Diamond still feeling the effects of her match earlier tonight. Of course, Ruby Raquel laid up in the hospital. There's nobody to even the odds. Big elbow to the middle of the back. And that could do it right there, guys. Game over. Middle of the ring. 1, 2, 3. Scarzemus. Just like that. Picking up another win for the Arsenal here tonight, but they're not done. Sleepy Joe has tossed a steel chair to Scarzemus. Don't wait! It's Ellie Quinn! It's Ellie Quinn! The two-time Women's World Champion is here! She vowed to get payback against the Arsenal and making good on her word! Ellie Quinn making sure that the Arsenal of Tailcoat Val gets a message, a clear message here tonight. Ellie Quinn is coming to get hers. I was taken aback there for a moment. I just noticed her head. I forgot that Tailcoat Val and Isabel almost actually shaved Ellie Quinn's head. When she first ran into the ring, I wasn't sure who that was. And then, of course, I saw the tattoos. Ellie Quinn, look at that, staring down Scarzemus and Sleepy Joe. And you have to wonder what Tailcoat Val makes of this. 'Tis our co-main event, my fine feathered friends. Of course, still to come up next after this in our main event. You can't miss it. Morgan Peligro sure to have yet another banger. It's going to be Falls Count anywhere. But first, here comes the Anarchy champion, Josh Wolf. Almost weird to see him walking out here without the other members of Kill Your Heroes alongside him. But tonight he's teaming up with Mr. Green. And this tag team matchup all about that momentum heading into Regicide, guys. Where we know Knights, the winner of the Anarchy Championship Tournament, will challenge Josh Wolf for the Anarchy Championship. And I said this last week, I hope Josh Wolf doesn't underestimate Knights. It's easy to look at Knights and maybe not take him as a credible threat. But he made it through that entire tournament. He beat Bison the Barbarian. It doesn't matter outside interference or not. Pinned Bison. I think it would be a big mistake on the part of Josh Wolf to not take Knights as a serious threat at Regicide. And of course, also at Regicide, we will finally get the one-on-one collision between the Paragon of Prosperity and Solace inside of a steel cage to ensure no outside interference, no shenanigans by the rest of First Class. And it was Solace who ambushed Mr. Green after his win over James Wolf last week here on Octane, lowered the steel cage, but in the end, Mr. Green got the better of the masked vigilante, proving that maybe he doesn't need Bison the Barbarian. He doesn't need Stalwart. He can get the job done all on his own. The bajillion-dollar champion, and the bajillion-dollar championship will be on the line. As we know, every championship up for grabs at Regicide. You know, touching on last week, Mr. Green defeating James Wolf, might that cause some friction between Mr. Green and Josh here? I would imagine so, but hopefully they're able to work through it and focus. Because again, that always important momentum is what's up for grabs here. I even said myself a couple weeks ago, guys, when the Anarchy Championship Tournament first began, Knights was far from my pick to win it all. I'll even be completely honest and say, I didn't expect Knights to make it through the first round. But boy, oh boy, did he prove me and everyone else wrong. And now has secured himself that Anarchy Championship match. The opportunity to enter next season as champion. And yes, he had a bit of help from Solace defeating Bison the Barbarian. But even still, pinned Bison 1 through 3 right in the middle of the ring. Something barely anyone else has ever been able to do in CMV history. Only a handful. Now Knights has the opportunity to thank Solace for that helping hand as they pair together here tonight. Solace considers himself a vigilante and sees Mr. Green as a cancer, using his money to bully people, to buy opportunities. And Solace says he won't rest until he rids Octane of Mr. Green and his corruption. Well, he's got his chance at Regicide inside of a steel cage. He doesn't have to worry about Bison, doesn't have to worry about Stalwart. It's man to man. And that's all Solace has wanted for months now. Forces Tornado Tag Team rules. Wolf and Green against Knights and Solace here in our co-main event. Wolf quickly takes Solace down with a DDT and kip up. Is it a Josh Wolf match without 20 DDTs? I don't think so. Nice. Oh, goes below the belt. Disqualification, as far as I know, are in effect in a Tornado Tag Team matchup. I feel like that was pretty blatant. Oh, and now Nice busted open because Mr. Green wears all that jewelry. I don't know how he's allowed to do that. He's got gold rings all over his fingers. Knights could well and truly pull off maybe one of the biggest upsets in CMV history if he's able to defeat Josh Wolf at Regicide for the Anarchy Championship. I'll tell you this much, I'm certainly not going to be discounting Knights anymore. I give him all the credit in the world, and I am not going to be the one to say he doesn't have a chance to leave Regicide with the Anarchy Championship. Mr. Green now going to work with Knights grounded. Trying to pick him apart here. And Solace is down on the outside, no help. Oh, there's Solace! Coming out of nowhere. The referee, for some reason, keeping Josh Wolf back. Oh, spiked with the poison Frankensteiner. Solace going to shake it off, launch Wolf off the ropes. Moves the chest, backs him up, clothesline down to the outside. Eliminated from the Royal Rumble. Come on now, that was a couple of months ago. Gotta move on. The season comes to an end, my friends. Next weekend, the massive 2-day event, Regicide, live from the Great White North. Canada, oh Canada. And what a show it is going to be. One that you cannot miss. Here comes Knights. Showing off the goods. But back in the ring, Josh Wolf with a torture rack neckbreaker to Solace. Knights had me in a daze there for a moment. Woo! Take it off. Hopefully Josh Wolf doesn't fall for that allure at Regicide. Basement dropkick, able to evade it. Solace now going to turn Wolf around, perhaps looking for that shining wizard of his. But instead, Wolf with a back kick. See Mr. Green and Knights fighting their way up the ramp. Gotta remember, countouts are in effect. In the ring, Wolf with the vertebraker. And that could do Solace in. 1, 2, in the eyes. Glazed over somehow. Solace able to kick out though. In comes Knights. Off the ropes. Bulldog for the win. But Mr. Green breaking up at the count of 1. Doesn't see Solace behind him. Hurricanrana into the pin to steal it. 1 count only though for the vigilante of Octane. And Wolf in no rush to get back into the ring here. Spanish fly from Solace, but Mr. Green trying to take advantage. Back and forth here between these two, waging war for months here on Octane. Solace going so far as to destroy Mr. Green's coveted limousine last month. Crush it. Push back and Solace Green able to get to his feet. The Paragon of Prosperity looking to give Solace his check stub. Into the pin. 1, 2, but a kick out from Solace. Mr. Green looking back for a split second like, huh? Oh no. The Playmaker. That'll do it. 1, 2. Okay. Solace. Very smart move rolling out onto the apron here. And Mr. Green not giving him a reprieve. Knocks him down to the outside. Josh Wolf on the other side of the ring with some stomps in the back of Knight's head. Wolf now going to come see what's up over here. He wants to get a piece of Solace. Knights on the way to help out his tag team partner. Oh, the throwback! Wolf getting a nice taste of the floor there. Up to a count of 6. All 4 men doing battle here from the announce table. Mr. Green able to counter that suplex. Ooh, Wolf with a knee bar locked in. Not gonna win on the match here at Regicide. Or win on the match here at ringside, I should say. It might win on the match at Regicide. We'll have to wait and see. Back into the ring now, 1 by 1. Blue Thunder Bomb! Knife at the same time, hitting that signature discus clothesline of his. Saved is Mr. Green by Josh Wolf. German suplex, lands it just nice. Tries for a spinning back fist. Oh, what a clothesline from Mr. Green. Solace got to get back into the ring. Got to help out Knights here. Gonna pander a little bit first. All right, Solace, anytime now. There you go. Oh, immediately. Whoa, whoa! Showing off his athleticism. It's rare to see from him. Once again, all 4 men at ringside just beating the hell out of each other. Wolf, torture rack neckbreaker again to Solace as Knights using his rear end to inflict damage on Mr. Green. I wouldn't mind getting hit with that maneuver, you know what I mean? Josh Wolf, vertical suplex turned into the Hangman's neckbreaker. Knights just will not stay down though. Throwing back into the ring. This is bad news for Knights. Josh Wolf, knee to the face. K3. And had the match won, the referee too busy trying to count out Mr. Green and Solace though. Gives Solace the time he needs to break up the pin. Wait a minute! The booty popping moonsault! As Mr. Green looks for the check stub. 1, 2, a kick out. Knights giving the fans all they want and then some. Mr. Green with a pin attempt here in the ring. Knight's gonna get back in time. No! But a millisecond too late there. And guys, is that shades of what's to come at Regicide inside of the steel cage. What a tag team matchup here in our co-main event. Momentum earned for Mr. Green and Josh Wolf. But who's going to have the last laugh at Regicide? Main event time. And do not go anywhere, guys, because this is sure to be a humdinger and a half. Last week here on Octane, guys, we found out who is going to be going to Regicide to challenge the Earl for the Global Championship, as Morgan was victorious in that triple threat match over Peligro and Chris Diamond. But as Morgan himself pointed out earlier tonight, he knows what Pat LaFave is up to here. See, the Earl hasn't had a matchup in weeks. The Earl is going to be fresh as a daisy at Regicide. Meanwhile, Morgan having to fight this Falls Count Anywhere match. Morgan knows what Pat LaFave is up to, but he said it doesn't matter. Nothing will stop him from entering Regicide, from putting down the Earl, and from becoming global champion once again. But first, he must make it through this matchup against a man he knows perhaps better than anyone else. As Morgan also pointed out earlier tonight, Peligro, one of the very few men to hold a victory over Morgan. These two have done battle countless times, and it's pretty apropos because these two ended last season fighting one another. Of course, at that time, Peligro was known as Danger Cat. But countless times these two have met one-on-one. Countless times they've had bangers. And I'm sure tonight is going to be no different. Morgan says no more alliances. He can't afford to rely on anyone but himself. And by himself, he will make sure that the higher authority is violently kicked out of Octane. He says this is his show. I'm not going to be the one to argue with him. You're more than welcome to get in there and let him know your opinion about it if you want to. One can't help but to feel for Peligro, guys. Losing out on his opportunity to challenge for the Global Championship. And now he just hopes to be able to end this season with a strong win against the man who very well could be walking into next season as Global Champion. And Peligro knows that could put him right at the front of the line for a shot at said Global Championship next season. The Ogre, the Fatal Feline, Falls Count Anywhere here in our main event. You can be sure that the global champion Earl, that Pat LaFave watching as Peligro gets things started by taking a chunk out of the forehead. Oh, Morgan gonna miss that attempted drop kick out of the corner though. Quick snap elbow to the lower back by Morgan, who's gonna waste no time going to ringside. Looking to make use of the fact there's no disqualifications. Didn't see Peligro coming over the top rope. Oh, there's super kick one. Into the straight jacket German, and again, this is Falls Count Anywhere. One count only, though, as the ref took his time getting into position. Thank God we're getting all new referees next season. But that's one thing I'll say Pat LaFave's got right. Firing all of the current staff. Get these jabronis out of here. Pick to the midsection by the Ogre. Quick jab, though, by Peligro. Amazing combo there, super kick two. Oh, and a splash to the left knee. When you're a smaller competitor, it's always a great strategy to try and target the base of your opponent. Try to chop them down to size. And you can see Morgan's already favoring that knee. Not a good sign as this match continues. Not a good sign heading into Regicide. To be sure, again, the Earl watching, taking mental note. Is that a hockey stick? Well, shades of things to come at Regicide. We will be in Canada. Morgan not going to give him the chance to use it, though, slamming him down onto the floor. Back into the ring. Able to overpower Peligro. Oh, pulls him right into a knee. And a knee from Morgan will suck the air right up out of you. Spine buster! Could it be over that quickly? Morgan's not playing around heading into Regicide, but only a 2 count. He had to know it's going to take more than that. Falling headbutt. Back to ringside, going to grab that hockey stick. All the Canucks watching. But once more, the hockey stick not going to get used. Peligro. Imagine hitting someone with a hockey stick, man. That's just 100% wood. Power bomb onto the floor. Not once, not twice, but good Lord, thrice. Peligro is in terrible shape here after that. Thrown back into the ring. Peligro, though, already to his feet, throws out the super kick. Missed. Elbow to the jaw. Turns him around. Super kick. And one to the back of the head as well. Rushing into the pin as he have him beat. 1, 2, no. Furious is Peligro. But to the corner he goes. And we all know what comes next. The super kick. Uno, dos, no, tres. For the fatal feline. And listen to these fans. Fight forever is what they're chanting. These two, I think, will fight forever. And I don't mind it. Not one bit. Go behind, dropping Morgan on his neck with that tiger suplex now to the top rope. Lucha Tings. Elbow to the back. Flips him over, hooks the leg. 1, 2. Another kick out by Morgan. Peligro going for that hockey stick. Oh, but nope, decides against it. He says, forget about it. A Mexican with a hockey stick? Come on now. Oh, from the top to the outside. What is Peligro thinking about here? Oh, no. Lands right on his ass. Tailbone first, and Morgan goes for a quick pin, only a 1 count. Oh, it shattered the tailbone of Peligro right there. Back body drop. Axe bomber from the Ogre, relentless here. Looking for vexation, but Peligro so fast. Saw it coming. Cheeky jab, ducked. Morgan. Delayed vertical suplex. What power from the Ogre. Oh, and again, no disqualifications. Morgan tearing apart the steel, snaps right to the face of Peligro. And now going for vexation. This time, it connects. Say goodnight, Peligro. 1, 2. I shouldn't be surprised. Oh, no, not again! Vexation! No, Peligro denies it. Quick combo of kicks from the super kick aficionado. Getting a bit impatient, hoists Morgan up. Back into the ring, he sends him. No time to waste, and he knows it. Swinging neck breaker into the tadpole splash. Nothing fancy, but keeping the pressure on Morgan. Oh no! Vexation! Morgan! Super kick! Caught! Clothesline! These two know each other so well. Peligro with a suicide dive! Peligro Wants Morgan in the ring so he can set him up with a super kick. There's one. Vintage into the straitjacket German. The hockey stick. Oh, right over the head of Morgan twice. Gonna bust him open. Axe bomber knocks the stick out of Peligro's hands. Morgan gonna have some splinters in his forehead after that. And Earl has got to be watching right now, salivating. This is exactly what he and Pat LaFave want. Elbows by Peligro. Once again, the Tiger suplex. Dropping Morgan on his neck at ringside. Might as well be on the concrete floor. God damn! Peligro going hard off the super kick. 1, 2, kick out by Morgan. Peligro's not having it. Super kick. Morgan says enough already. Big clothesline. Peligro will not stay down. Morgan, vexation attempted. Spine buster. On the floor. Good God, now Morgan's got the hockey stick. Right down across the chest. Peligro gets out of the way. Hoisting up the Ogre. Knee to the jaw, gonna spin around. Poison Frankensteiner. Hockey stick once more. Over the head of Morgan. And again, but he won't topple. Takes it out of Peligro's hands. Whack to the ribs. And to the back of the head. And one more time. And a third to the lower back. 1, 2. It's got to be a joke. How? How did Peligro just kick out? Morgan doesn't care. Vexation again. On top of the hockey stick. 1, 2, 3. Another barn burner humdinger between these two. And Morgan might be hurting, but victorious he stands. And after everything Peligro did to Morgan in that matchup, none of it enough to keep him down. What hope does the Earl have at Regicide? Will Lord Ogre reign over Octane once again?